What's up, everyone? What is good? Cool. Cool. Thought I would do a little live. I got a little pizza action going. I need to pull up the comments on the screen though. I'm gonna put this window down a little bit. I think that's okay right there. Hello, hello. I'm just hanging out at home for now. Eating some pizza. It's super hot out of the oven. Oh, this place is a mess. What's up, everyone? I gotta get to the middle of this pizza somehow, because that's the best part. I should have just cut this with a knife, but that would have been too easy to do. So instead, I just decided to rip it. So now it's all breaking apart. I mean, I could have just used the knife and it would have been simple. What kind of pizza am I eating? Okay, I'm gonna get the box. Okay, guys. This here is the pizza. Zadaya. It's really good. It is freaking good. This is one amazing pizza. I wish I could just hang it right here, next to me, hang it from the ceiling. Maybe I can put it somewhere. Let me think. Where can I put it so that way it'll be here? I can put it on this tea stand, but I'm trying to think, do I have tape? I got it. I can put it on this tea stand. I'm gonna straight give them an advertisement, yo. Okay, so we're gonna put it on this tea stand, so when people come to watch the video, they'll know what type of pizza I'm eating. We got this one. I'm sitting here. Okay, what about this? This is the pizza I'm eating. Okay, I gotta move this stuff off the bed because I can see the reflection and I don't like it. Okay. Alright, there we go. But the only problem is I was sitting like here. So like, I'm gonna have to move this over. Okay, here we go. So there's the pizza. That's what I'm eating, if you guys want to know. So that way I don't have to hold it. It's just there. You can see it. It's cool. Okay, so let me go back to eating the pizza. It's like my favorite pizza, like no joke. And for the vegan police out there, I must point out to the vegan police, because the vegan police always says this. They always say, you're eating too much soy. You're eating too much soy. Soy, 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 soy. This is what they always say, right? And guess what? There's no soy in here. This is soy free, so there's no soy. Just time after time after time after time after time, like people always tell me, oh, you're eating too much soy, and it's like, you don't even know what I'm eating. Like, there's no soy in this. It's really good. I also added pineapples. You know, you get pineapples like this, and then you get to take like one container, and I put one container on the pizza, and that's how I make it pineapple. I'm actually not that big a fan of soy, yo. I'm really not, because they put soy in so many things, but I'm not that big a fan of soy. The pigtails though. So I did the pigtails like this because I had the helmet on earlier. And one side of the helmet is bigger than the other side. So I have to have more hair going out of this side than this side. So Did you add sriracha? No, I didn't. What up, Jermaine? What's going on, Mr. 3000? So what's good, everyone? What's going on? Tell me something new. What's going on in the world today? I really haven't did much. I did a couple of deliveries. I attempted to go to one of the skate meetups, but they canceled it because of the fires and smoke and stuff like that. What's your Starbucks order? Vanilla bean frappuccino, no whipped cream, and no whipped cream. Substitute the almond milk, or just coffee with almond milk, something along those lines. Is there a vegan pepperoni on that? Yes. There is this is meatless Italian sausage, crumbles, mushrooms, bell peppers, and I also added the pineapple. Too much action there. Trump nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Well, I don't know. Well, not. I would imagine people in the U.S. probably are like, what's he being nominated for that for? I think it has something to do with the Middle East, though. Yeah, because of they were fighting for so long, and like I don't know how, but like things are kind of starting to chill out over there. I don't know exactly how that is because it's like 2020. I thought that everything would be breaking out, but at least we got something good going on. Have you ever been to vegan picnic? Oh yeah, totally. How's that pizza, my man? I love pizza. Yes, there's major fires, yo, out here in California. Skating looked fun last night. I saw your video. So I didn't it didn't go, last night there was no meetup. There was no event last night. That video was from last week. I just never like posted it. And yeah, it was like no meetup last night because of the fires. I'm pretty sure some people met up, but like the air quality was worse yesterday. A lot worse yesterday. Germs tips to stay skinny with regard to diet. Just go vegan, yo. you'll stay real skinny. Just go vegan, like you'll lose a lot of weight. You won't keep it off. That's what's up. I got some fire from the club on 2nd Street downtown. You got some fire from the club, I hear you. We haven't been to war. That'll probably be in like another 10 years. Or 20 years. Because first we had the financial crisis, right? And then we got the coronavirus. And then next will be war, right? And probably like 15 years. And I'm gonna tell you, if you notice, like back then, when the first financial crisis happened, like, yeah, it affected the people, like, it kind of hurt the cities a little bit. And then now the cities are getting a big punch. But when we go to war in like 15 years, city's gonna be OB forever then. My boy was a chef. They couldn't, was shut down. Now he makes Michelin star pizzas and deliver. Wow. Life has changed, yo. Love your content. Come skate sometime in the outer Richmond. I will have to come out to the outer Richmond. You take black seed oil. I was telling about you. No, I don't think I take any black seed oil. Thinking about living in my van and traveling the country. Just want to get that off my chest, thanks. You should do it. How many restaurants closed in SF so far? They say like 50% of them. I totally believe that. Hey buddy, you are very interesting. I follow you a lot. Subscribe to Mons too. What do you do on your channel? I got some fire from California, but it ain't the fire outside. I know what you're talking about. Africa? What's the next African country you plan to visit? I don't know. What's open? What's open? Can you guys see my billboard? My billboard. Dio? Y'all owe me for this one. I'm straight taking one for the team right now. It's really good. It's really good. You 100% related to Lil Uzi. Yeah, that's my cousin. No, I'm joking. That ain't my cousin. I'm trying to get sponsors. Which is probably how to do it. Like, go eat their food and put a big old label in the video. You're giving out free money with the ad. I mean, sometimes you gotta get something free to get something, you know? You know, sometimes you gotta give to receive, you know? Maybe they won't see the video. Maybe Daya won't see the video. Maybe someone else will see the video. Maybe someone else will see the video and be like, yo, we got something that we can give him, and if he can do this for us, this could be really cool, you know? So maybe I won't benefit from them. Maybe I'll benefit from someone else, you know? A whole different company, a whole different industry, a whole something completely different, not even got nothing to do with pizza. Jermaine is one of the coolest dudes I know. I see him zip by my job quite often. Oh, I think I know who you are. I haven't seen you in a couple of days. These fires got me in the house, yo. I never could find food with no soy. Well, this has no soy. Like, yeah, dairy, soy, and gluten-free. It's kind of hard to find food with no soy. Like, even if it's got like a little bit of soy, you know? Like, Oreos have soy in them. Why do you need to put soy in Oreos? It's a freaking cookie. Like, why do you need to put soy in it? Like, there's so many things in soy, yo. I mean, soy is in so many things. When you decide to go to the condo, let me know. I will introduce you to someone who can take care of you 100%. Yeah. Once I get to the Congo, it's gonna be one of those places where I'll just like travel once I'm there, you know? Like, it'll kind of be spontaneous. You getting paid for doing? No, I'm not getting paid for this. Like, people always ask me what kind of pizza that I eat. They always ask me, and I never put it in the title because I don't know why I never put it in the title, but I never put it in the title. So I thought that I would just put the box here, so that way like you can see like what type of box it is, and that way maybe you can remember when you go to the grocery store, and like maybe you could like try it, you know. But this is not a paid video or anything, but this brand, Daya, they make a lot of vegan products, and they make like vegan cheese that tastes like just like regular cheese, yo. So, I mean, they make tons of like really amazing products, but like, once again, this is not like a sponsored video or anything, but people always ask me like what type of pizza you're eating. So I thought I would just put it like literally like straight up in front. Instead of hang on the pizza box. No, that's one of those closet hooks. Yeah, it's like an S hook. I just like got creative last minute and just thought of this like just before, like after I made the video, like I came up with this idea. Well, question: do you guys see any commercials since I put this title video pizza Because people have told me before, like, that they saw, like, pizza commercials. Yeah, the hair is looking crazy right now. Like, it's the thing, like, when you have dreadlocks, like, they just look crazy, yo. And honestly, if your dreadlocks look too perfect, like, it don't, I don't know. It's kind of like, really, you got dreadlocks, you know? Your shit gotta look crazy. It just looks real crazy today. Next flight tip. I don't know. I'm thinking about buying a car, actually. I'm really thinking about buying a car. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about buying an electric car, actually. And not a Tesla. I'm not gonna say what type of electric car because I don't want to give out my ideas, but like I'm thinking about buying a car. But that don't mean I won't travel. Like, I can still buy a car and then go travel for 3 months. Just park the car somewhere and don't drive it for 3 months, you know? I love your hair. Get a Nissan Leaf. I mean, it's not that many. It's not, I mean, for a used electric car, it's not that many cars to pick from. You got the Leaf, you got the Bolt, you also got the you got the Leaf, you got the Bolt, you also have the Spark. So I mean, it's not like a lot of them. It's only a few. Electric Smart. Oh, that Chinese car. You know, I wonder when are they gonna start releasing? Because it's kind of crazy how like anti-Chinese I am like about a lot of things, but when it comes to a Chinese electric car, it's kind of like it's kind of like they got a card there, like yeah, we'll check out that Chinese electric cars. Yeah, why not? You know, like, oh, that's cool. Like, but I'm also thinking, I kind of don't want to get a car because what I think is really gonna happen. I think Elon Musk eventually is gonna come out with Tesla's with Tesla's version of Uber and Lyft. And if they come out with Tesla's version of Uber and Lyft, what that's gonna do is that's gonna make me want to freaking go get a Tesla, basically. Like, cause it's been rumored that Tesla is gonna come out with their version of Uber and Lyft, right? And when Tesla comes out with their version, you will be able to buy into the program, meaning that you can pay like $7,000, you can get a Tesla, and then you can work over time to pay the Tesla off. And then also, Tesla has insurance and stuff like that, so you would get the insurance through Tesla. And with a driver on the road that's driving like an Uber and Lyft driver, that Tesla car can feed back way more information to the Tesla neural network, not neural network, but to the Tesla like autonomous car division, you know. So they need more data. Your average person that has a Tesla, they only drive 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day. But if you have someone like an Uber driver driving a freaking Tesla, they're gonna be driving like more than 2 hours a day. They're gonna be driving 4 hours a day, 10 hours a day. You know, they're gonna be driving longer, meaning that that's more and more data that Tesla would be capturing. And I really want to, I mean, if they come out with that, I really want to be a part of that, just because I'm already a shareholder. Like I follow the company like left and right. And if they come out with a product like that, like I don't want to work for other companies. I want to work for them. You know, I want to work for them. I want to make their company better, you know? So I'm kind of on the fence. Like, do I buy like a cheap electric car for like $10,000, you know, and just use it for deliveries because the rainy season's coming, you know, and it would be kind of cool to have an electric car, you know. Do I do that, or do I just wait and cross my fingers and see if Tesla comes out with see if Tesla comes out with their version of Uber and Lyft? Because if they come out with their version of Uber and Lyft, like, bet, like, I'll go back to driving people. Just because it's for Tesla, yo. Yeah. So a couple of Tesla stock. One is how I buy a Tesla. I kind of thought about buying a Tesla, but like if I want to get a Tesla, like it would be like I would get the Model Y. I would get the Model Y with autopilot, and I wouldn't get the basic one. Like I would not want to get a black freaking Tesla. Like it would have to be like blue or something, and then I also couldn't have that black interior. Like no freaking way. I would have to have the white interior. And like that's gonna bump up the cost too. Like so, if I got a Model Y, it'll be like $55,000. And do I want to sell $55,000 worth of Tesla stock? No. Like I would rather keep it in Tesla stock. And then of course, the extra $9,000 for the $8,000 for the autopilot. So like no, I don't want to sell like $55,000 worth of Tesla. Like no. I'd rather freaking keep riding the skateboard and let Tesla keep going up in value and then sell later. Or just hopefully they come out with their driverless car program. No, hopefully they come out with their Uber and Lyft competitor program where they have to drive where they have a driver driving and I can take a part of that. I think that would be dope. I think that would be really dope. I'll give you a discount. I'm asking $12,000, but since I know I will sell it to you for 11.7. So the weather doesn't look like Mars today. I saw the perfect car for you the other day with our Tesla with license plate. It said vegan. I love my Prius. What's up, hippie Allen? You up in here? Cut the bullshit, Jermaine. When are we all gonna get a fully driverless car? You aren't just playing games. You know what though? I'm not gonna lie, dude. I need to charge this iPad so it won't die. I'm not gonna lie. I find it hard to believe that they can pull that off. I find it very hard to believe. Like even as someone who's like a big fan of Tesla, I don't know how they're gonna pull that one off. Like I for real, I have to believe it when I see it. Like no joke. You mean to tell me a car is gonna be driving down the street in SF with no driver in it? Like you mean to tell me like this is gonna actually happen? I have a hard no joke. I have a hard time believing it. Like if you ask me, I think they full of shit on that part. Like that's just if you ask me. You know, I see a lot of other things being accomplished. Like I see tunnels being built. I see rockets firing into space. You know, I see Neuralink. Like I can see that shit happening before driverless cars. Like yes, I can see Neuralink happening before driverless cars. Like I don't know what's gonna happen. I think the only reason, like my only vision of driverless cars, like just being straight up like in our world, is if the streets stayed like this, like if the streets stayed dead, like less traffic, And this is just the streets here in SF. Like, this is not the streets in LA. Like, LA is back to normal almost. Like, there's traffic, not everywhere, but there's definitely more traffic, you know? So I can imagine like driverless cars working like that way, but then also I can also imagine driverless cars working in the whole aspect of the driverless car literally outrules the human driver. And in that case, I could actually see how it could play off. Because this is just my imagination here. If people, I would imagine people are going to be jumping in front of driverless cars just so the car would stop. You know, they can see, oh wow, look, it's going to stop. But I believe like once we get over that, and once drivers know that like that's a Tesla, and if I hit that car, chances are my insurance is going to go up and I'm going to be at fault. I believe we're going to see Tesla, possibly we can see Teslas on the road driving autonomously, and other human drivers afraid of those Teslas, because if they get into an accident, guess what? It's gonna be their fault, because they're not gonna blame it on the computer by then. Like, think about it. They're not gonna be blaming it on the computer by then. By then, it's gonna be like, yep, you hit the car, so it's your fault. You got in front of the car and slammed on the brakes. Like, it's your fault. Like, I think we're gonna get to a point where these are the only two scenarios how I can see it can happen. Like, it's gonna have to be a shift in like in a lot of things for that to happen. But I think Neuralink, I think maybe Assange Street's just thinking, you know what, it could be that too. Now, with the whole with the whole autonomous driving, city streets are gonna be the last. City streets are going to be the last. Freeways are going to be first. Freeways are going to be first, yes. So city streets are going to be tough, because city streets are, especially like New York, San Francisco, that type of city street, it's going to take a lot longer because there's way more variables. And I would imagine they're going to have to keep updating the chips in those cars, by the way. Yeah, so like if you have a Tesla from a couple years ago, and let's say you got a Model 3 from last year, from like last January, you bought your Model 3. You're gonna have to get a new chip if you upgrade to the new $8,000 driverless autopilot package. So I imagine in the future it's gonna be another chip that they're gonna upgrade. Plus Tesla has cameras all around. It's very true. Driverless car will have to control other cars to prevent collisions. I'm visiting San Francisco in November. What area should I get my hotel in? Union Square or Fisherman's Wharf are very touristy neighborhoods. Waymo's a good one. No, I'm not holding any gold or silver. No, because honestly, like, if gold goes up to like $10,000 an ounce, like, I'm probably not gonna sell it. I'm probably just gonna hold it, and then it's gonna go all the way back down to 2,000 or whatever. You were in Mission Bay the other day. I'm always in the Mission Bay. Always in the Mission Bay. Mission Bay. Anyone else looking for a car? Dude, I don't think anyone needs a Honda Accord with like 200,000 miles on it. I don't know. The driverless car, that's one that's a little tricky, y'all. Jermaine, any racist experiences when traveling abroad? Be honest. Not really. Not really. Only in countries that have problems, you know. You know, if you're in a country, like you're in countries where like there's not a lot of black people, Like, if you're in, like, European countries where there's not a lot of black people, you probably won't even experience much racism at all. But if you go to a country where, like, there's black people and, they have problems with, like, immigration, where, like, they have, like, lots of people trying to immigrate and they're trying to get into the country and stay, you may experience, like, problems, like, in the airport and stuff like that. But then once they see your passport and they see that you're from the U.S., like, they're probably not even going to think the same thing, because why would someone from the U.S. want to come here and, like, stay, They're looking for people from other countries that want to do that. So, like, it really depends on, like, where you go. It also depends on how you carry yourself, too. Like, it definitely depends on how you carry yourself. Like, are you going to be, like, are you going to be, like, open-minded? Or are you just going to be, like, sort of, like, not so open-minded? Because if you're not so open-minded, you're going to have a very difficult time traveling. I don't care who you are. Like, I don't care who you are. You're going to have a very difficult time traveling. You gotta be open-minded. You gotta be able to bend and be very flexible, because you never know what's going to happen. Driverless cars are a little tricky. If the car gets in an accident, who is responsible? So that's what I was talking about earlier. That's what I'm talking about earlier. Like, okay, we've talked about this for years. Like, yeah, if the driverless car gets into an accident, who's at fault? Well, it's going to be the same scenario of when there's two human drivers in an accident. Okay? Who did what? Who rear-ended the other car? Okay, who ran the red light? Who ran the stop sign? That's how you're going to determine an accident. Just because a car is driverless doesn't mean that, it's exempt from being an accident, So, like, that's what we're going to have to figure out. And with Tesla, what I believe, like, with all those cameras on that car, if you get into an accident, the car, like, it's going to be captured, right? And it's going to be able to see the light, the red light, the cars behind you, the cars in front of you, the cars off the side. It's going to be able to see all of that. And if that car is not at fault, guess what? Human drivers, all human drivers, it's going to push the insurance up for all human drivers. And then over time, how ICE cars are going to be played out is going to be with insurance costs. It's not going to be with dude, I don't mean to be such a bull right now, but, like, it's going to be with insurance costs, because gasoline, people are always going to be able to afford that. And then ICE cars are going to lose value, so people will be able to afford to buy the car, right? But the part people ain't going to be able to afford is the insurance. I'm telling y'all, the insurance going to break these folks. I mean, you'll be able to get a Cadillac Escalade, like one that was $100,000. You'll be able to get that shit for like $20,000. But the car insurance may cost you $1,000 a month. So Tesla only has 4 cameras now, but I imagine in the future it's gonna be more cameras. I think Tesla has more cameras, yo. It's more than 4 cameras, right? And there are 4 cameras outside the car, and it's like 2 in the car. So if a car is in an accident, you put them in an electric chair. What if people hack the cars? I mean, I'm sure that will be a possibility. I'm sure that will be a possibility. But, like, check this out. How many people have had an iPhone hacked? Like, just think about it. Like, maybe you've had your Facebook account hacked, but how many people have actually had their straight up their iPhone hacked? I mean, how many people have had, a bank account hacked? I mean, how many people, yeah, maybe you had your identity stolen, but having your identity stolen is different from having your bank account hacked. It's very easy to steal someone's identity. You need to get their social security number, their birthday, their address, just know some information about them, know where they live, like, have they lived here for the past couple of years, that's very easy to do, but to hack a bank account is much difficult. Like you gotta know passwords, and it's much different. Like hacking, you know, gluten free pizza any good? I think it's bomb, yo. Bro, I'm glad to see you again. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Before I pay $1,000 car insurance, I would walk. Right? Jermaine, most people don't know when their phone is hacked. I think hacking happens way more on Android devices. Way more on Android devices than SF. Hey, moving to SF for a new job in October, looking for apartments near Caltrain 4th and Kingstop. How loud is Caltrain usually? Caltrain, by that part of the Caltrain is not that loud. But one thing you want to watch out for is you want to watch out for, like, whenever you go and look for a building, right? Always ask them, where are the trash cans? Where are the trash cans? So when you go and look for a building, you're going to go there and you're going to look at, like, from the hours of 11 through, like, 5, okay? From 11 through 5, they're not taking out the garbage, right? Right? When I say taking out the garbage, I don't mean like taking out a bag of garbage and like setting it out on the street. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about them taking out the garbage, like they drag this loud ass garbage can out into the street, right? And then there's a truck that comes and honk, 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 and it picks up the garbage and it shakes it at like 5 in the morning, or in my case, at 3 in the morning. So like at 3 in the morning, they like pick up the garbage and it's like loud as fuck. So like if you want to go look for a place, you should act like, where's the garbage can? Okay? Because the last thing you want to do is sign a lease and then be at a place and then you know that like every day at like 6 a.m. they're gonna be freaking emptying the garbage can. Like, that's not what you want. Like, that's for real not what you want. And then sometimes you sleep through it. Like, sometimes I sleep through it. Like, you know, especially if I have the windows closed, like, I definitely hear it, but don't hear it as much. But if I have the windows open, it's just like, that shit is like right here. Like, it's so freaking loud. Someone can report your phone to a different service and use step transfer to drain your account with Zelle. Yeah, that's definitely happened. I heard about that. Jermaine is too quick and mobile for silver. How he deal with gold? I would rather deal with gold more than silver, because gold is more valuable and it's smaller. Actually happened to me today at 4 in the morning. Yeah, so that's one thing you want to watch out for. Like, if you can get a spot that doesn't have, or you can just be on the other side of the building, right? Because the building that I live in, I've noticed like the garbage can that they pick up is not from our building, it's for another building across the street. So like that's something else you gotta watch out for. Like you gotta think about things like that. So like our building, the people that live on the backside, oh my gosh, they have tons of garbage cans, yo. Like, cause it's the garbage cans for the whole building, and there's garbage trucks that come every day, because it's like a bunch of people live here. So there's lots of trash, you know. Yep, I feel like they make it extra loud at 4 in the morning. Because they mad and pick your shit up at 4 in the morning. Yeah, you're right, bro. I decided to decorate the corner of the homeless with decorations. I slapped my garbage truck, man. You need to slap the garbage truck, man. So that'll work. Waking up 5 in the morning. Church, man, love. Nothing better. Best life ever. Maybe I should do a live at like 5 in the morning. Is that what you're trying to say? Maybe I should do a live at 4 in the morning. So if I wanted to, I have to stop streaming in 20 minutes. So I can keep streaming for another 20 minutes. Holy shit. Holy shit, yeah, Mom is from the other building too. I know, bro. Like, that's the thing. When it's from the other building, you can do all your research. You know, you can check out your building. You can make sure, okay, the garbage cans of my building, they're way over there in the corner. But all of that is completely pointless if across the street there's another business with a garbage can. Like, city life, dude. City life is rough. Watch the garbage cans. I learned how to say, "Are you finished with your cans?" in Chinese. How much fucking trash do you people produce? But it's a big building. Like, it's a big building. So that's why it's a lot of trash. It's a big building. And the garbage cans aren't that big. The garbage, that's the thing too, the garbage cans aren't that big. They're like, I wish I can show you, but they're not outside right now. But they're kind of small. They're like I don't know, they're like the same ones you see all over the city. But you know, people cook food and people throw away shit. But like, when you have hundreds of people living in a building, like, you're gonna have a lot of trash. Like, you're gonna have people throwing away stuff. You look good. African representation come to South Africa. COVID is no problem here. Yes, I'm rocking the Africa shirt. Africa. You get it? Africa. They don't give live stream minutes. Oh, they don't give live stream minutes? Oh. Alright, yeah, that's true. Because I'm actually watching this on a freaking live stream. Like, this is what my ankle looks like. I'm watching this, the same thing that you guys was watching this on. Are you wearing a helmet? So sometimes I wear the helmet, sometimes I don't wear the helmet. But one thing I don't do is I don't ride as fast as I used to. We have no COVID problems. Don't hurt either. That's good. Will you do or will do a video on how to optimize taxes for food delivery? I mean, I don't really want to just talk about taxes with food delivery because it's gonna be different for different people. I mean, I can kind of talk about it a little bit here. Like, you know, you can write off an electric bike, like, if you use that for food delivery. It's gonna be very, very different. Like, I don't really want to talk about it because, like, yeah, it's kind of like one of those things. I mean, one thing you can do, I would say that's just very simple to do. One thing I recommend people to do is to take advantage of the 401k tax breaks, right? Where you can write off up to 6,000. Excuse me. You can write off up to $6,000 a year off of what you made if you put it into a 401k, and the money can grow tax free. I recommend people to do always that. Now, if you can scale yourself up, I recommend that you put $6,000 in a 401k. If you can do that a year, if you can do better than that, I recommend you have a 401k and a Roth IRA, a 401k and a Roth IRA. And I recommend that you put the maximum in both, which is I think 6,000 and 6,500 for the Roth, right? Now the Roth, you're taxed today, but when you're old, like 65 or 62 and a half or whatever, you're not taxed then. So the money you can buy a Tesla today, then it can grow, and then when you're old, you don't have to pay taxes when you cash out, right? Now, if you really want to scale yourself up, I recommend you get both the 401k, the IRA, and number 3, the health savings account. Now, some people, I would recommend maybe you should do the 401k and then the health savings account, right? And then the Roth. Or you can just kind of do it whatever, right? But the health savings is a good one too, because you can use the health savings account for a health savings account, right? Or you can use the health savings account to retire early. Because when you put money in a health savings account, you can write that off of your taxes. So like, you could write off $3,100 a year. So with that $3,100 a year, like you can basically put it in a health savings account and then buy Tesla stock with it. You know, so like you can basically get the deductions from that. But like, let's say that like you put money in a health savings account, right? Let's say you put money in a health savings account and you got like $20,000 in a health savings account. And then all of a sudden you need to go to the dentist, right? And it's gonna cost you $5,000. Well, if you actually have $5,000 like in a bank account, what you can do, instead of selling the stock in your health savings account, you can straight up just use the freaking cash. Pay for your health expense, and then like years later, you can save the receipt, and years later, you can sell that stock. Like 10 years later, you can sell that stock, and when you sell that stock, you can get reimbursed with that receipt, right? This is shit that they don't talk about in school. Like, they don't talk about this in school, you know why? They don't want you to know about this. They want you to keep working for folks. Because if you keep working for folks, you'll never get ahead. You'll never get ahead because it's very, very simple, you know? You just go to work, you get the paycheck, you get 30 minutes off lunch, you know? Like, I figured out so many ways of hustling. Like, I can't sit here and just say everything online. You know what I mean? I just can't sit here and say it, like, because, like, honestly, I don't want to be known for that, you know? But, like, bro, it's plenty of opportunity out there. There's plenty of opportunity out there. Most people don't have that kind of money really available to them. I guess so. I guess, like, to do the 3, like that's literally saving what, $6,000? No, $12,000 plus. That's saving $15,000 a year. I agree. Most people think that's a lot of money to save, but then majority of that is you're not paying taxes on that. Like, think about that. Like, but the majority of that you can be deducted off of you know, the $30,000 you made. You can deduct that off, you know. That's good advice right there, Jay. I've always had a question: how do I invest the 401k when I live in Africa? Question, like, I'm sure they have some sort of 401k plan in Africa, right? I'm sure they do. If you, like, are you a U.S. citizen that live in Africa? Don't forget, you can marry into money. I mean, that's a freaking option, yo. That's a freaking option. You can flip things from yard sales. You can, but like, that's not a really good hustle for where I live right now. Just, maybe I could do that. But I'm looking at the opportunity cost. Like, I can do other things here versus do that, you know? Love this shirt. Y'all like this shirt? I feel so dumb. Listen to your knowledge inspires me to educate myself in those areas. Well, yeah, a lot of things like. So I knew about the health savings account for the longest, but I didn't know that you can use it as a. I didn't know you can use it as an investment account. Like, damn, for real? You can straight up straight up like invest in your future. But then also another thing you can use with the health savings account is, I don't know if this is true, but like I heard someone say like a couple years ago, like this guy that was working at Whole Foods, he was telling me that like at Whole Foods, like you get a health savings account and you can use it at the weed store because like, but I don't know if it's the same because the laws have changed in California. Now marijuana is just recreation, but before it was recreation, it was like classified as medical, you know? And I believe like you can straight up use it at the weed store. And the cool thing about using a health savings account is when you put the money into the health savings account, you don't pay taxes on the money when you put it into the health savings account, right? But then if you actually use the card, because they give you a card and it's like, it says health savings card, you know, you would use it at the doctor's office ideally. But if you use the card at the doctor's office, if you use the card at the pharmacy, they don't charge tax when you use the card either. So it's like a double whammy of like, you don't pay tax, you know? Not a U.S. citizen, but I have a VPN. So the thing is, if you're not a U.S. citizen, I don't know if you can get a 401k, but I'm pretty sure you can get some sort of an investment account that you can invest in the American market. Because a 401k is like, it's just basically, it's the name of an account. You know how you have basic check-ins and then you have the premier check-ins and then you have advanced check-in for like $55 a month, and you're like, why would someone pay $55 a month for a checking account? That's basically like what the different accounts are. You know, you can buy Tesla in the Roth account or the 401k account, just like you can buy Tesla on the Robinhood app. It's the same thing, but when you sell on the Robinhood app, you gotta pay taxes on that, like especially if it's like 1 year, and then if it's less than 1 year or over a year, you have to like pay taxes on that, right? But if you sell in like a 401k account, like you can day trade that shit, you know, you pay taxes on it. Like you don't pay taxes until you pull the money out, you know. Why do they imprint narrative that Africa is just full of wildlife? That's no, that's not what everybody's living in tents and huts. Well, because they don't want you to go there. That's why they paint the picture that Africa is. That's why they paint the picture that Africa is just a fucked up place, because they don't want you to go there, because they know that if you go there, I'm gonna tell you something, yo. If you look at the media, right? If they promote something in hip hop music, it's going to fly. Okay? Whatever that is, if they started promoting Tesla stock in hip hop music, Tesla stock would go through the motherfucking roof, yo. It would. It would. Just like when rappers talk about Louis Vuitton and Gucci, guess what? Like, that's what people want to wear. Like, that's what people want to wear. So, like, you go into the fucking Louis Vuitton store, like, that's what they want to wear, right? But if rappers start talking about going to the continent and buying real estate and going and investing in the continent and open up a business on the continent, if they start rapping that way, guess what? Black people will want to do that. And if black people start doing that, yo, look at the wave. So guess what? No, that's why they make Africa look like it's a piece of shit. Because guess what? It is, and we don't want you to go there. Because if you go there, guess what? That's gonna be the new place. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't know. Let me stop. Africa gonna rise one day. The rest of the world gonna be fucked. Or Boosted Boys still worth buying? I think they're still worth buying. Jermaine is going to marry for a passport. You think Jermaine is going to marry for a passport? There's definitely a couple of passports I want. I would love to freaking have I would love to have a different passport. Put it like that. I would love to have an African passport. Would be pretty dope. It's just not a first tier passport. Yeah. When you already got a first tier passport, you don't need another first tier passport. You need a second tier passport. Is the sky still red? No, it's not red. How did you get first into stock market? I got into the stock market like years ago. I was like 17 or 18. Oh wow, look at that. I've been watching you since the Uber days. You inspired me to take my life into my own hands. That's what's up. Why do you pay? Yeah, that's why they paint the narrative. Africa's gonna rise. I think Africa is gonna rise. Probably with the help of a lot of Chinese money. What that shit. Probably would crash hard though. Are Boosted Boys still worth buying? I think so. Just subscribe. Who are you? Me, I'm Jermaine. I live in San Francisco. I'm like the coolest person in the world. Like I've been to like 65 countries. I like to travel. I just like to chill. Like I don't like to do too much hard work and stuff like that. Like I like to work smart, you know. Is there a way to get in Europe without the 14-day quarantine? Go to Turkey. Go to Turkey. You can chill. You can straight up go to Turkey real easy. Hang out there for 2 weeks and then go over to Europe. I knew someone who came from Hungary. You know, she came from Hungary. She went over to Turkey, stayed for 2 weeks, and then came over to the U.S. Yeah, Turkey cool. They let anybody come over here. And you can go over there to Turkey too. Turkey hella chill, yo. Like I know in the media they try to make it seem like they throwing bombs over there all the time. They might be, but the Turkish people are mad chill, yo. Like mad chill. And they lots of American influence. Like, you know, you go to ATM, you can take out U.S. dollars over there, yo. Just like you at the Chase, you know. You can take out U.S. dollars in Turkey, but you can also take out euros in Turkey too. Turkey's got it all, yo. Chinese money will come at a higher price, at least. That's what they're saying. Yeah, I think, Chinese money is definitely going to come at a much higher price. It's going to come at a much higher price, yo. But don't get me wrong, our African brothers and sisters, they'll fight to the end. You know, they'll fight to the end. They know. I mean, this ain't the first time they've been through this. So that they may be way more prepared for the second wave of colonization from the Chinese. I'm Iranian and Turkish. People are the nicest and most welcoming people. Iranian and Turkish, yo, I met a bunch of Iranians when I was in freaking Turkey. Iranians are freaking amazing people, yo. We just happened to be in this situation with like the US and Iran. But the Persian people are really, really cool. You can take out US dollars in any developed country. Well, so I've been to a lot of developed countries and like, it's not necessarily true. Not necessarily true. I went to some ATM in some country and I took out US dollars and I was very surprised. It was Panama. It was Panama. I remember it was very, very beach. Illegal weed in Turkey. Not that I know of. Many African countries have thrown out Chinese. I don't know if that's true. North Beach is still a fun place. Yeah, North Beach is fun. Have you watched the movie Midnight Express? No, I didn't. When you take why would they fight back? They're arguing deals using like a credit card. Yeah, you're right. Why don't you get into e-commerce so you don't have to do manual labor and odd jobs? So I am into e-commerce. I like to do random things. There's something else that I do. See, whenever I'm working for apps, I'm not only just working for apps. There's something else I'm doing when I'm out that I'm making money off of, that I need to do the apps to make money off this other thing, and it's more profitable than the apps. So this is why I'm always in Target. Like there's something else. Like I'm not exactly gonna say this because once again, like I don't want to say like, but like there's there's data, and it comes from someone, and it's going, it's recorded. There's money coming back, and like, there's like this like exchange, like yeah. So this, yeah, it something along those lines. We should go to London together. I got a family, we can stay out there. It's kind of why I want to get a car, because I want to keep working for the apps, because there's something. That's kind of why I kind of want to stay in San Francisco. Like there's something from the apps that is providing lots of what do you call it? Lots of rainfall, is I would say, like something along those lines. So like working for the apps for me is sort of a phenomenal situation, and it's not from the money from the apps. No, it's not from the payouts from the apps. The rain falls from the rain is great when it falls. Yeah, so basically, like, it's something else. It's not exactly what I want to say, but like, I don't exactly want to say, but like, it's the reason why I'm working for apps, yo. It's not just because I want to do it. Use gig car ride share for the apps. I was thinking so, but I kind of want to buy a car. Yeah, because I kind of want to buy a car, because renting a car can get very expensive. I can't. Well, I can't exactly say. It's already talked about caviar. Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, it's not caviar. If Trump loses, there will be chaos. But if he wins, there will be chaos. I know, dude. I'm not even tripping about that. Like, I'm just not even tripping about it. Like, fuck it. What I'm trying to do is I'm actually trying to find like two roommates to go in on a 3-bedroom apartment. Like, fuck that Trump shit. Like, that's gonna happen regardless. But I want to move to like just get like 32 roommates, and we get like a 3-bedroom place in the city. Like, we like split it. Like a dope building. Like, I'm more concerned about that than like the fucking election. Like I'm more concerned about moving again. Cool place to stay. Because, dude, that election is just gonna be whatever it's gonna be, like that. We being real, it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. Like, I feel you. After the election, go to London and avoid World War III. It's gonna happen over there in London too. You plan on going back to South Africa? So I do plan on going back to South Africa. Taking out rich old ladies. No, I'm not taking out any rich old ladies. No, I'm not taking out any rich old ladies. Put it like this: data rains from the sky. Put it like that. Data rains from the sky. Who you gonna vote? I don't even think I'm gonna vote. think I want to vote. I don't think I want to vote for president because I can't really vote for Trump and I can't really vote for Biden. But I'm definitely voting yes. Definitely voting yes on. Oh, I should probably put my phone off. I'm definitely voting yes on Prop 22. So Prop 22 would